Hey guys, it's Sam for Digital Meat, and in this video we're going to be looking at my Octane layout. As some of you may know, I'm moving my workflow over to Octane Render, which means that I'll be creating Octane videos on my channel going forward. So I just wanted to show you how to create my layout, because I should imagine I'm going to be getting loads of comments saying, how can I get your layout, that kind of thing. Also, it will lessen the confusion when it comes to, oh, you're pressing a button to get that thing, but I haven't got that, so how do I get that object or item? So that's what this video is about. I'm just laying the groundwork, and I can also direct anyone asking in the future to this video. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I've already got Octane installed, so I just need to sort my layout and my buttons, the frequently used items that I'm going to need. So I'm going to put buttons for those up here. So let's get on with it. Octane live viewer window. It'll take a second because it's got to activate the Octane plugin. There we go. So there's the live viewer window. So if you grab this little burger menu thing up top here, in fact I can't actually do that, so let's drag this out of the way. There we go. I'm going to grab that and just whack it on the side here. My regular Octane layout, I've actually got this on another screen, but for the purposes of recording tutorials, I'm going to set it up like this. And now we need to sort out the buttons. So the way we do that is go to Window, Customization, Customize Palettes, go down here, and now we can add a new palette. So if I add a new palette here, we can start adding stuff to this. So I'm going to type Octane in here, and you can see that we've got a list of Octane items now. So I'm just going to move this to here and make it slightly bigger so we can see everything. Well, the first thing that I'm going to need to put in my palette is an Octane diffuse. So let's grab the Octane diffuse material and put it in here. And as you can see, we've got an icon, and this is how it will be displayed. If we go over this little section here, I don't know if you can see that, but to the left of the icons, there's a little sort of bar. If we right click on that, we can choose what to show. And here we've got icons, text, and text below icons. I'm going to click on text. So we've got, we go back here, we're now showing icons and text. Icon size, I'm going to say small. And what else have we got? The rows and columns, we've got one currently, but let's just leave that alone for the time being, and we'll start adding more to this. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is the Octane glossy material. It's here. I'm going to add this to here, and as you can see, it's arranged sort of left and right in two columns. So let's right click on this again and go to rows and columns. It just says one, which doesn't really make sense. You think, well, there's two columns here. Well, it's actually referring to rows and columns. So we've got this change orientation button. So if we click on that, instead of it being one row this way, it changes it to one column this way. And that's how I prefer it, just in one long list. So instead of looking left and right and all over the place, I can just see it all in one handy list. So the next thing we're going to need is a Octane specular. So let's just put that in. There we go. Put that in. And then the Octane metal material. Metallic even. Put that under there. What else do we need? We need the Octane universal. There we go, Octane universal material. We need the, well, I suppose we should get the hair material as well. It's excellent that we have support for C4D hair in Octane, and I'm sure we'll get into that at some point. We have the Octane tune material. The Octane mix material. Octane composite. The Octane layer material. So I think that's all the materials we need. So now what we can do is, this bar that was on the right, because we changed the orientation of this bar is now at the top. If we right click on this, we can actually say fold palette. And what that will do is fold the palette up this, and I can actually dock this here, up here. And now we see we've got a new icon. So that's our Octane material sorted out. So the next thing on the agenda is going to be our lights. So the first thing we're going to need is the Octane Daylight. And it would be helpful if I could spell it correctly. There we go. One gap there. We can whack this in here. And again, I should imagine I'm going to have to do the same thing, show the text. Also going to icon size it to small. And rows, columns will change the orientation of that. Go. We've got Octane Daylight. We're also going to need a Octane Planetary. That looks fun. Oh, I've put Octane in twice. There we go. Octane Planetary. Also going to need the Octane Area Light. Come on, get in there. There we go. There's also a targeted area light as well. Normally in Cinema 4D we put a target tag on the area light, then have it point at an object in the scene, but set up for us there. What else do we need? We need IES lights as well. Octane Spotlight, I believe, and I think that's pretty much it for lights. There we go. Okay, so with this done now, let's fold this palette up, grab it, and drag it to our section here. Don't worry about you know, spaces or anything like that. We will sort that out in a minute. So the next thing in our list is the HDR environment. Texture, that as well, put that in. And that can be folded up. Drag that as a new button. That's good. So that's that. The next thing we're going to need is a Octane camera. We just need to put that up here. And that's fine, because that's going to be on its own basically. The other thing that we're going to need is this Octane scatter. That can also go up there on its own. One last thing, the Octane fog volume. And there'll be an Octane VDB volume. So this is all to do with volume, so that can go in the same thing. And we can fold the palette up. And then put that in there as well. There we go. That's everything we need. And now we can come out of this and we can put fill space between there. Excellent. Come out of that. So yeah, all my Octane stuff are kind of on their own now. Now, if you wanted to save this, you'd obviously have to go to Windows, Customization, Save Layout As, and it will open up this. And as you can see, I've already got Octane tutorial in parentheses. So I've already actually saved this layout. So if I actually go to my layouts, I've actually got one called Octane tutorial. But obviously for you guys, you just need to go to Window, Customization, Save Layout As, name it, you know, Octane or whatever you want, and then save. And then you'll have a layout like that. So yeah, that's how you get the layout. I will go over the settings for Octane in my next video, and by that I mean commonly used settings. So instead of having to set up my Octane kernel settings every time, you can actually save them as defaults as well. So yeah, we'll have a look at the kernel and how to save your defaults in the next video. All right guys, I hope that was helpful. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to be notified of new tutorials. You can follow me on social media at Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram, and make sure to visit me at digitalmeet.uk where you can vote for upcoming tutorials. Thanks for watching, bye!